Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? JB Natural, and we're back with another game on the PlayStation Plus Catalog. Today, we're going to be taking a look at Tropico 6, the PS5 version. Because yes, there is a Tropico 6 version for the PS4, and it is labeled as such. Well, I guess it doesn't really say next-gen version like I have here. Now, for those of you in the way early days of my channel, you may remember me playing the PS4 version of Tropico 5. And I think I have played the PC version of Tropico 6 on the channel as well, as we go through the reveal trailer. But for those that don't know, this game is a management sim, a city builder. Oh, spitter. Yeah, time to get back in the game. But yeah, this is definitely the reveal trailer we're watching. Game was available for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. But there we go. It's time to become a dictator again. Calypso Media presents Olympic Entertainment Productions.
Fellow Tropicans, thanks to me, Tropico is an undisputed paradise. But the values of our paradise are now being threatened.
Oh, are they?
By populists and despots. I, El Presidente, will prevent this. I accept the nomination for another presidential term.
Yay! Well, good for me, because we're the dictator here, or president.
I will make Tropico even greater, even bigger, and even better.
Or you could just not do that.
Instead of walls, I will build bridges, bringing Tropico's islands and people together, rather than separating them.
What's that?
New means of transportation will offer
Hey, it's our advisor.
opportunities of exchange to you and our visitors.
Make sure the bridge is steady. Yeah! Hey!
Diversity, culture,
hey, what do we do with the Statue of Liberty?
of the world to Tropico, so that all other nations will
no,
look upon us with
that's
envy.
no, look out! That's gonna cost some money in the budget. Oh. Well, I guess that'll do.
Vote for Tropico 6, or else.
Or else what? Oh, it was a fake crowd. Of course it was. But there's so much possibility to have in Tropico 6. Maybe I did buy it physically on the PS5, so I don't know if my save data is still on there. No, it's not. Also, sorry about the cutscene being a bit laggy. I don't know why it was acting like that. There's only one thing to do. Start a new game and learn how to play the game. Plus we get, of course, dictator. Oh. Welcome, Presidente. Before you present yourself to the proud citizens of the Tropican nation, please check your outfit. The first impression is the most important, after all. Correct. Sorry, I'm a Caucasian, not a Latino. My apologies to the Latin fan base I have. Let's see, what do we got? Nice outfits we got. Money. Makes sense. Academic, Pharaoh, Pirate. I gotta go casual. Let's go with the Hawaiian tourist. What kind of hat should we have? We'll fit the mood. We'll keep it with a kind of hat there. Keep the cigar. And we got glasses now. You can see I cannot pull off a beard, so we'll take that off. And what's this? Oh, hair. Business looks cool. Alright. Now for the traits. Just choose what kind of dictator will be kind of normal. You've mastered the art of not standing out in the crowd and have made being average into a fine art. If there's a more seemingly ordinary person in the world, nobody's noticed them. I'm covering up some of the traits, but I'll be able to read them on the left side. There's me dear Peter live. Where standing gain for praising a faction is increased by 50%, but the loss for asking a superpower for aid is decreased by 25%, and praising a superpower increases with relations by 25%. You've always known how to get your own way, and while some accuse you of being devious and conniving, you've always managed to cunningly discredit everyone with such a negative viewpoint. Here's one that's locked, but I have to complete scenarios for the ones that are grayed out, like apologetic and corrupt. Man, I wish I could have had the apologetic trait. If you're a pyromaniac, there's a 5% chance for buildings to catch fire after being visited. But the efficiency is increased by 25%. It's not that you can't control your impulse to burn things. It's more that you haven't tried. You have a generous desire to take the beauty in every flame and spread it as far and wide as possible. Here we have the Savant. El Presidente generates a knowledge and raid point per day, but he does not greet people on the streets and visits entertainment buildings less often. Your amazing skills with algebra, calculus, and writing haiku in Esperanto has astonished everyone you've met, which currently stands at 208,004 people. 200,804 people. 84.26 for them, which had black hair. See, I'm smart. Seductive. It increases the approval of citizens that are sexually attracted to El Presidente by 3. And likewise decreases the approval of citizens not sexually attracted to El Presidente by -3. Your sexual magnetism exerts a powerful effect on those around you, both to attract and to repel. You have found that both effects come into play when you turn your attention to somebody who's married. Oh, here we go. Soft-hearted. You cannot issue deadly citizen actions or end protests by force. Before taking up arms against Tropico, rebels have a 25% chance of giving up being a rebel completely. I can just convince people to just not rebel against me. How could you possibly stay mad at that assassin who tried to shoot you? He clearly learned his lesson. It's not that you're a pushover, it's just you have a forgiving nature that, fortunately, is rather contagious. There's Facial Sense Prodigy. It increases the stockpiles of all buildings, the loading capacity of all teamsters and ships, and the maximum passenger limit of planes and tourist ships by 5%. Years of rearranging your refrigerator to attain the perfect tessellation of eggs and ham have given you powerful understanding of how things fit together. A gift that you share with anyone who has to stack objects for a living. This is the last one on the list, but I'll scroll back up and get the ones on the top half. There's a Workaholic, which increases the efficiency of all buildings by 1%, but it decreases job happiness by 2. And I don't usually leave the palace. There was some concern you might be working yourself to death, so you took a moment to dig your own grave and arrange your own memorial service before getting back to all the other things I needed doing. Alright, let's go back up to apologetic, which would probably be my trait. The standing penalty of rejecting demands is decreased by 50%. Participants in protests that have been ended by force are less likely to turn rebel. You've always thought that a good apology was priceless. It's got you out of many scraps in your political career, and your puppy dog eyes melts the hearts of even the most ruthless enemies. There's Big Spender. Reduces the construction cost of luxury entertainment buildings by 2%, and reduces their upkeep by 5%. Poor and broke Tropicans' personal experience with Presidente is decreased. With a great sense of detail and refined taste, you've mastered the art of building luxurious entertainment venues of all kinds. You love the hustle and bustle around them, particularly as it drowns out the moans of the poor. That's a good... that helps, I guess. Alright, charismatic. Increase the standing of each faction by 2, and the relationship with each superpower by 2. People just can't help liking you. Even when you're assigning a death warrant, there's just something about that smile that makes everything okay. What do you guys think? Does this smile... would you trust this smile as I sign a death warrant? Or an unpopular bill? Compulsive hoarder. Demolition of roads, construction sites, and decoration objects costs $100. All of them. Decoration objects costs are decreased by 10%. You deny that you're an obsessive, since this implies an entirely irrational impulse. On the contrary, you have excellent reasons never to throw anything away and can produce detailed listings of the potential uses of everything you own. I could be corrupt, which I can only get by completing the Speakeasy mission. All payments to your Swiss bank accounts are increased by 5%, but the palace decreases the crime safety by nearly nearby by minus 30. Others may accuse you of corruption, but your view is just that you like to be good to your friends. And your friends are anyone who has a suitable payment to offer in return for certain favors, no questions asked. And finally, the entrepreneur. Oh wait, I also missed manipulative, I think. Entrepreneur increases export prices of all goods by 1%, changes the job happiness of all workplaces minus 2. As a deal maker par excellence, you have an eye for business, a head for figures, and a spleen for profit. Nothing feels as good as driving a hard bargain, even if it does drive your workers to hard liquor. Oh no, I already did do manipulative. So which one would probably be mine? I'll probably do soft-hearted. I can't issue deadly actions, or I can't end a protest by force. And before taking up arms against us, the rebels have a 25% chance of just dropping their grievance. Alright, finally, we gotta create our palace. I like this style, but let's change the layout. No, that... Let's just go with a front yard. Our boundary is a Victorian-style wall. Path will be laid in grass. Oop, no. Let's see. We can do light blue. See, it fits us perfectly. And we'll have our roof be beige. And for layer 2, the walls around there will be... let's just go with a pastel blue. And then we gotta change the windows. There we go, Windows to all 5 looks cool. Alright, I think we are ready. Alright, so for the gameplay, I know we spent 10.5 minutes in, but why don't we just go ahead and do the tutorial for this gameplay video. Bap! I guess we'll do a few of those. We'll start off with Chapter 1, Basics and Economy. You know, remember to regularly check the trade screen for good deals. Welcome to Tropico. You are El Presidente, the dictator of Tropico, a small but thriving nation located somewhere in the Caribbean Sea. You will build, expand, trade, and issue laws to guide Tropico through 4 turbulent historical eras, in which you have to face global superpowers while trying to juggle interior political factions. How will you be remembered? As a benevolent leader who caters to the people? Or as a dictator ruling with an iron fist? Whatever you choose, the main thing is that you stay in charge.
Hola, Presidente.
Penultimo, that's his name.
It is I, your loyal Penultimo.
Hi,
We will
Penultimo.
work out for your mighty brain. A formality, I know, for one of your brilliance.
Yet, even a politician savant must stay in practice. Please demonstrate a few of the leadership techniques with which you intend to impose your flawless will upon the nation of Tropico. Penultimo is prepared to gasp in awe. You just met Penultimo, your personal assistant and most loyal consultant. He has presented the main task which you need to complete in order to finish the first tutorial lesson. Main task is automatically accepted and displayed with a golden icon on the task tracker on the left side of the screen. The task tracker lists all tasks you receive and display a short summary as well as your progress on the objective. The objective of each tutorial lesson is to complete a certain number of tasks. This is the first tutorial task to complete. You will need to complete each tutorial task to finish the lesson. Like the main task, the tutorial tasks pop up automatically on display in the task tracker after accepting them. You can still access them, including all the text and all the objectives in the task screen. Now follow the objectives listed below one by one in order to complete this task. Alright, so we use the touchpad to open the task screen. Okay. As a first step in becoming the world's greatest dictator, it is important that you know how to control the camera so that you can admire your nation from different angles. Alright, so moving the right thumbstick zooms in and out. Moving it left and right rotates it. Left thumbstick scrolls it around. And then hold the right trigger while moving the right thumbstick to tilt. When you want to have a better overview or want to move the camera somewhere else more quickly, Archipelago View is the tool for you. You can toggle it directly or automatically when continuing to zoom out. While in Archipelago View, you can pan and rotate the camera as usual, whereas zooming in will toggle it off. You can use the view to get back to your palace in case you got lost while getting acquainted with the camera in the previous task. So we can just click the left thumbstick or just zoom out like the game said. Now that you mastered the camera, let us take a look at the ways to control time. To pause the game, choose from different speed settings. While the time is paused, you can still act, give orders, make decisions. The game will react to your changes when you start the time again. Alright, so paused, zoomed, and we fast forward.
I am so proud of you, Presidente.
Yay!
Your control of your Tropico is absolute.
I especially enjoyed marveling at your palace from so many angles and distances. Amazing! After this, maintaining your power throughout a turbulent century of political challenges should be simplicity itself.
Your loyal citizens do whatever you tell them to do, Presidente.
They're not as loyal as Penultimo, of course. Nobody could be. But they are good for constructing buildings, making and transporting goods, and generally keeping the economy ticking over. So if you want to be the world's greatest dictator, you need to make sure that you have a filled treasury for all necessary expenses. The basic way of making money in Tropico is to produce goods and export them. The dock and the Teamsters office are the main drivers of export. Teamsters fetch goods from production buildings and deliver them to the dock. They are then stored. There they are stored until the next freighter appears. Freighters automatically load and export the goods stored in the dock. Alright, so select the office and the expected description tab. Select the dock and inspect it. Alright, this is the Teamster office. Yeah, without a Teamster office, no goods get moved from one place to another. Even with one, don't hold your breath for swift delivery. Now for the dock. On every island in Tropico, docks provide merchant seamen the facilities to load and unload cargo. A place for stowaways and to acquire free travel services, and scoundrels somewhere to sneak and lurk. Teamster trucks are already busy transporting corn from your plantation and hides and meat from the ranch to the dock for export. There's also a mine that is producing gold, but it's not connected to the Teamster office by road, so they can't reach it. Buildings that do not produce, temporarily store, or receive goods do not require a road connection. Alright, so now we gotta build ourselves a road to that mine up there. Alright, so construction. Road. Alright, so now we gotta build a road from here to here. There we go. Now that the mine is connected to the road network, the Teamsters will transport the gold to the dock. The next freighter will automatically export the gold, earning you money which is added to your treasury. Every time a freighter arrives, a newsfeed message will display the money earned from the export. Your current treasury balance is permanently displayed on the top left of the screen. Notice that you will need to have money in the treasury to construct new roads and buildings, and that running costs like building upkeep and wages for workers will deplete your treasury over time. Got it. Alright, so now we'll just speed up time as you can see these trucks here going for the all the gold. And then they put them into that. You can barely see it, but you do see the money. There is a slight money increase for each freighter that comes in and out. But now they're going to be, excuse me, sorry. But now they're going to be bringing the gold into the next freight. Probably have to wait like a month, which unfortunately it does take a while. Oh, here comes another one. Yeah, but this is nice. I think I did play Tropico 4 on the channel before.
Look,
oh, there we go.
Boat. It looks so tiny from here, but I doubt even you could lift it.
It warms Penultimo's heart to see the ships coming to Tropico and taking our goods out into the world. Not that what we make is good enough for Tropicans to use, of course. It is just that we make so much more money when we sell them to our unsuspecting export partners. Other sources of income come from service buildings and residential buildings. Their profit margin is not as big as from exports, but their revenues are regularly credited to your treasury each month as rent, or directly in the case of visitors' fees from service buildings. Construct your first tavern now to provide your citizens with fun, and get a little extra income. After confirming the location, construction office workers are sent to the construction site to erect the building. Alright, we'll build it over here. So, more construction. Oop. Oh, nope. Gotta go over here. There we go. And the tavern. Oh, we gotta build it over here. There we go. Now we watch them build the tavern. There we go. Some goods can be processed into refined goods that have better export prices. That's the job of industrial buildings in general. You can process hides from your cattle ranch into leather using a tannery. Instead of bringing them to the dock for export, teams or trucks will deliver hides to the tannery when it's constructed and connected to the road network. As long as the tannery is staffed and has hides on stock, it will use them to produce leather. Alright, so for the construction, tannery, we'll build. Gabe tells us to build it over here. There we go. Now we watch as the Teamsters start to build this building. There we go. Now we're in business. Well, I guess we're just doing the first tutorial level, because we're about to end it right here. Well, actually, I think we can do one more tutorial level. We'll see how that goes. There we go. We just gotta wait for the next ship to come in. We only... Oh, nope, there we go.
I knew you would get the hang of this way of issuing orders.
Remember, it's all about stuff. Build stuff to make stuff. Build stuff to move stuff. And then build stuff to export stuff. So you can stuff your pockets full of money. Of course, it is the Tropican treasury that is really getting stuffed. Wink, wink. Nope, I can't wink. I can't wink. Not unless I shift the model entirely.
Making money is good.
Oh no, we can do one more.
You know what
we
is
do
better?
a couple more one or two more
Making
lessons.
more money.
More money? The basic plan is to get things to sell abroad. But every step of the way, there's something you can do to squeeze more money out of production. All produced goods are exported automatically, but there are some basic ways for you to manage your economy to save costs, improve the workflow, and increase your profits. And this is what this lesson is all about. Since you're currently producing leather anyway, you can commit to a leather trade route to get better prices for a certain export volume. You cannot fail a trade route, and you have unlimited time to complete it. Alright, so let's open the trade menu. Yeah, Mexico wants some leather. So we'll give them 500. They'll give us around $5,000. With the trade route signed, you want to make sure your tannery has enough hides to keep it from running dry, so let's build an additional cattle ranch. The efficiency of some production buildings depends on certain properties of their location. To help you identify a suitable location, a colored overlay will indicate the worst locations in red and the best in green. Identify the most suitable locations for the new cattle ranch by comparing the resulting efficiency modifier, which is previewed in the construction panel. So we need to have a ranch where cattle is valued between 90 to 100. And then we need to connect the road to an existing road. Alright, so let's build. There's the ranch. Alright. So it looks like the best area is actually around here. Yeah, actually right here is around the best. But I can make other animals too, like sheep, crocodile, pig, llama, and what's the bottom one? Goat. But for the purposes of the tutorial, we're just going to stick with cattle. And it's already on the road. Remember, this is just a tutorial, so... Oh. Huh? Oh, we need another... Oh, technically it's not built yet, that's why. At least I don't think. We'll see. Or did I build it in the wrong place? Oh no, I built it in the right place, but I guess maybe we could build a second one, or technically a third one, right by the gold mine. There we go. Alright, here they go. Now they're gonna build this cattle. As soon as we get enough people, here comes the last okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. Every building has 5 budget settings, with the medium budget being the default. The budget of a production building, like the cattle ranch, determines its wages, the attractiveness of its jobs, and its efficiency. On the cattle ranch, a higher efficiency will lead to higher production of hides and meats. Alright, so we gotta set the budgets to maximum. Then we wait for them to be... Check on the efficiency tab. Alright. Maximum. Square for all types. There's the efficiency. There we go. If you have a coin to spare, you can purchase building upgrades that permanently improve certain aspects of a building. Like, we can... Oh, wait. Oh, here we are. Right? Chrome tanning. Where is that? Oh, here. In the tannery. There we go. It's $5,000, but it decreases the consumption by 25%. There we go. That was the only one. If you cannot supply enough hides for the tannery to operate efficiency, you can fire workers to save the cost for wages while reducing the rate in which hides are consumed.
Hola.
Hi. I'm sorry, dude. Oh, wait. How do I... Oh. How do I fire them? Oh, here we are. Thanks. I think I forgot. How do I do this again? Fire one worker from the tannery. How do I do that?
I am sorry, not today, please.
Busy.
Oh, I could rename the person. How do I fire the tannery worker, though? Am I covering it up? Oh, nope. That's not gonna do. Oh, there we go. We completed the Mexico trade route. Nice. Oh, here we go. Okay. I was in the wrong spot. Sir, you're fired. Then we hire a foreign worker for $75. Oh, close the slot. How do we do that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Some buildings can operate on different work modes that affect the function of a building. They can improve certain aspects while hindering others, or even change the main purpose of a building entirely. In contrast to upgrades, work modes can be switched at any time, allowing you to react to changing circumstances. Inspect the work modes of the buildings involved in your leather export chain to further improve the workflow performance. So both cattle need to go to pasture prohibition work mode. How do I do that? Where do I find that? Oh, first we'll just go to the dock.
What does he mean by that?
Oh, nope, wrong one. There we go. From regular controls to sniffer dogs. It decreases the generated crime by 15, but it decreases the efficiency by 20. So now there's less chance of crime. Now for the... Then we have to set... from humane exploit to pasture prohibition. The ranch does not decrease the fertility in its vicinity, decreasing the efficiency by 15, but the ranch gains a stock of manure that can be transported to manure spreaders.
So many ways to juice the fruits of the Tropican economy.
Trade routes for better pay, tweaking supply chains for fun and profit, fire workers to save money, or close job positions for even more schadenfreude. Not to mention fitting new equipment and changing a building's production orders. The power is all yours, Presidente. Always. Alright, well, with that said, folks, that'll do it for our look at Tropico 6 for the PlayStation 5. As you can see, if you have the patience for city builders, while also trying to lead an island nation to prosperity over 100 years, then by all means, play this game. It's the best version, it's the latest version so far. I don't know if there's going to be a Tropico 7 in the near future, but I wouldn't be surprised if there was. But with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day. And I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.